His uncle took him last night. It was his birthday, and then we were just over there for a drink. And I really wanted that
We
better
parked
than I-
Airedale, not Airedale, but German Shepherd.
It's just, what's it called? It's silly name, Pine Grove or something. It's kind of a.
There was
it's
one,
such a soft fruit.
there was one just a little lighter, and it had a pretty name. I don't remember what it
Well,
was.
I like this shade though, just a little high. I love green anyway. So have you been real busy during the holiday?
I'm not Claire.
Well, it's okay, Susie. It's okay. I'm not gonna invade your territory. Their dog is getting so heavy and big. If she hits you, you go down.
Well, she's a delightful breed, so.
Yeah, she's such a sweetie. And she likes me, and she runs like this, and I have to get leaning against something before she's because she just, I don't know why.
Such
She's
enthusiasm.
very strong. She's getting, I'm not, I wasn't in living color at Fred Ford's though. Sure.
This is tough. Your head is right in the shade.
Good.
Well, no, because I wanted to take the house, you know. Yeah, it's okay, but
Well, I'm glad I
You know,
wrote that on there.
Vicky, you did not go see your children, but well, I think you need to improve your game, both of you.
I'm good. Nicholas the kid's fun.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Don't want to go too fast, Nicola.
A lot of
Picture given to
imprints
us
of
by
your
her, huh?
touch, yeah, there's that
Claire
little,
gave us that, I mean,
little
Vicky,
thing over there.
Carol.
gave you that little,
and
I'd forgotten about this, I wouldn't be, God.
Boy, that'll be
That's
great.
great.
We won't
That'll-
see him again.
Burn off some of their energy, they're out there battling.
Well, that was nice of you to do that. You didn't need
it's
to.
a brand new table, it's never been
Oh,
used.
really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember at a time when we were at that Salt Creek, or what was the name of that? We stayed up there with you and Claire and the kids and Jimmy and I. And you and Carol and you and Vicky played ping pong that whole weekend. They were
Lake
like,
Shasta,
yeah, up at Lake Shasta. And what was that called? Salt Creek Road or
Salt Creek Flats.
Flats, something like that. And so you all played almost all weekend. They wouldn't let you rest. They'd grab you and say,
I always
"Oh,
liked
everybody."
ping pong. That was one of my better
I
sports
never-
that I could do, if you could consider it a
we're
sport,
on,
which you
we're
can.
on camera again,
Uh,
Carol.
What is it? 1510.
Big rug is a 9x12, and I had them cut off a foot because it was worn, where I walked on it in the doorway, I had them take off that foot. But it's not even fit to use. Maud's got, it was a wool rug, and Maud's got into it, and now I've got to take it out and throw it away.
What a shame.
Oh,
Yeah,
after paying to have it clean, looks like that it said something to you though.
didn't say a word.
They cleaned it
Yeah.
first?
They cleaned it and brought it. I had called and told them, do not deliver before 4 o'clock because we won't be here. We're going to be out shopping. We'll be here at 4 o'clock. They delivered it sometime before 4 o'clock. It was laying on the front porch. And later they called and we still didn't have it down. We just carried it in to keep the rain off,
Yeah.
mildew. And they asked if we got the rug. Yeah, we got them all right. Okay. That's all we said. But when I unrolled that thing, I was sick. It not even fit. The whole thing's mouthy.
Oh, gosh.
Terrible shape.
Well, did they charge a lot to clean it?
Hello, Carol.
$47.
Hello? No. Quit doing that.
I love to do that.
Well, I can't believe they'd do it if they saw that it was,
Now
How
I
did
take
it-
the Mother Superior.
how did it look when you took it in? I mean,
That
did you
thing
know, you
scares
didn't know
me.
that it
They
was,
didn't
lot.
take
I'm
out anything.
intimidated
I
by
can
that.
see,
Yeah.
I had some,
Oh, you're taking
stains
right down
on there that-
the front of my
I
blouse.
was trying to, but you were abroad.
Good
That's
thing
too
it
bad.
didn't succeed.
I could beat either one of you. That's Susie.
I've been getting to watch him play soccer this.
So one guy said, well, I'm gonna head out this way, and the next one said this way, and the other one said that way, and I said, well, I'll go out northwest then, northeast. So I didn't know anything. I'd never been deer hunting in my life, but the trick of the business is you find a tree to sit down, no smoking, or to climb a tree and sit up there and be just as quiet as you can be. And this is a nice, bright, sunny day, but cold, very cold. And I started trucking. And I walked and I walked and I walked about, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles. I came on a rocky ridge, pretty high up, and it was fairly bare land, but there were a few trees here and there.
you were by yourself?
Yeah, I was alone. The other 4 guys went 4 directions. And I heard that dadgumdous commotion, and I looked over, and there was a thicket of trees over there. I'd say maybe, I'm only guessing 150 yards. But that's a long shot for even a deer without a scope. I didn't have a scope. I just had this 300, and I'd never shot the 300, but I'd done a lot of shooting because I trained men on the rifle range and everything. And I looked over, and there were about 25 turkeys, wild turkeys, all huddled around and fanning out like this, and cackling and raising cane. And I had not quite reached the top of the ridge, and it was strange that they didn't see me or hear me. I guess the wind was against me. I dropped down on one knee, and about that time, one big turkey fanned out. I thought, boy, that's a tom turkey. I leveled down on him. Every one of them flew. And they flew up about 20, 25 feet in the air. I thought I missed a son of a gun. About that time, down he went.
Oh.
And he went down, and I ran like hell. And I got within, 100 feet of him, and he started flying again. And I noticed that both of his legs were broken, because when he landed on his chest. Couldn't use his legs. I started after him, and he flew again, took off, started flying, but he couldn't get maybe 10 feet high. And when I stopped, he stopped, landed on the ground. So I hauled out a bullet, and laid another one into him, and I'll be dadgum, that time I blew half of his head off. And the son of a gun still flew. This is the truth. I blew half of his head off. And he flew again. And finally I put another shot into him, and he still was able to fly, but I caught him. And I didn't have a knife with me. It's one of the few times in my life that I didn't have a knife. And I found a sharp rock, flintstone, and chopped his head off. And God darn, and I got back, they agreed we'd all meet at noon and have lunch. So we all met pretty near the car where we had stopped. And I was afraid that it was out of season on turkeys, or maybe you can't even shoot turkeys. I had no idea.
This was the big deer hunt.
Yeah. So I got about 100 yards away from camp, and I dropped him behind a bush. Walked on into camp. I said, any turkeys around here? And they said, nah. Oh, some people have said that they've seen a few around, but not very many around. I said, can you shoot them? Yeah, you can shoot a tom turkey. I said, well, how can you tell a tom turkey? Well, he's got a big tuft of hair about 4, 5, or 6 inches long coming out of the chest, and how come you're asking? I said, wait just a minute. I walked see a deer, and I didn't either, naturally. I was walking all the time. And I said, well, how do you clean one of these damn things? And one of them said, I'll show you. He said, hang him up over there on that limb of that tree. And I hung him and got his feet up over the limb and tied them together. He walked over and he says, oh, what the hell, you've already cleaned him. I said, no, I haven't touched him. He looked around and he said, well, here's his heart. He said, that's all, he's clean.
Oh.
And that first shot, I had hit him right in the bunghole, and that cleaned him out.
You're kidding.
That cleaned.
That's the part that's hard to believe.
That first shot got everything but his heart, and he still flew. And the second shot, and I don't know what I hit with the third one, I hit some part of him. The second shot blew half of his head off, and he still flew. That's the wildest animal in the whole world. Well, then on top of that, I offered to give him to my staff sergeant, whose car we were in, and invited me. He said, no, I don't want it. The other guy said, man, I'd rather have that than a wild deer anytime. I said, well, I'll give it to you. No, I'll pay you for it. And he threw $20 in my lap, and I said, no, I won't take any money for him. You take him. You got him. No, I won't take him that way. And he wouldn't take him. So I brought him home, and it was about 1 o'clock the next morning. I had got up at 3 o'clock the previous morning, or at least 3, maybe earlier than that. So I was pretty tired. Well, I didn't know how to trim out a turkey to dress him. And Claire and I got in the kitchen. And,
Well, he had all his feathers still, didn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that's what
had
dressing
all
Oh.
his
meant,
feathers, but
taking them off.
Oh.
it had been cleaned.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't get off the wingtips. I found out later that you use pliers. You use a pair of pliers to pull out the wingtips. Well, I don't think I had a pair of pliers at that time, so I just got off the tips of his wings. And I started dressing out the turkey. And naturally, you shoot turkeys with a shotgun, not a rifle. A rifle, when it hits, it flattens out and spins. And that's what tore out all the meat of the turkey. The rifle flattening out and spinning just gutted him. And finally I got so damn sick of it, and I was afraid, gee, I'd been with the damn turkey since before noon. I got so damn sick, I wrapped the whole damn turkey in all, and hauled him off to the trash can about 3 o'clock in the morning and dumped him.
Oh, no, after all that, you didn't even eat him.
No, dumped him.
Well, had you gotten him open enough to see that the rifle had done too much damage to really save him?
No, it was when I was pulling the feathers, meat would come with the feathers.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of made me sick. And hell, I'd been drinking that day anyhow. It was on 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was too dang tired to fool with it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
boy.
Claire didn't know how to cook him anyhow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't cook it like a regular turkey?
I imagine I don't know about this, but I imagine you'd soak them in salt water about like you would a dove.
Oh, really?
Or a pigeon, to take the gamey taste out. Otherwise, it'd be real gamey taste.
I didn't mind that. We didn't do that with those doves, but I thought they tasted real good, and they did
Well,
have that
they
slightly gamey
Did you
flavor
come to our
they
house
had.
that time we had wild goose? We had a wild goose one time.
Well, we had one
One
wild
wild
goose from
goose.
your mother's from the club. One.
Yeah,
That's all there was.
but we didn't soak it in salt water, did we?
No.
And it
Was
was
it-
absolutely delicious.
There's a wild one.
It was
That was
wild,
from Minnesota.
yeah.
It was
from
some member
Minnesota.
of the club from the Mother Superior, you know.
Somebody had gone hunting and they brought back this wild goose and they asked Mom if she wanted it and she took it and gave
It
it
was
to
good.
us.
It was good.
And it was one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. It was
Yeah.
absolutely
I
delicious.
had goose one time in my life, and that's a tradition in New York City to have goose every Christmas. And we had, at one time, a pair of friends down in Oakland, and the man was from New York City, and so traditionally he went out and got a big goose, a tame goose, and cooked it. It was dark meat. I didn't like it worth a damn.
Really?
No.
Well,
It has to be
see,
cooked right, or it's not very
domestic
good.
goose, I think, is too fat, for one thing. But this had no fat. I mean, it had fat, but it was totally different than a domestic goose. And the flavor, Ralph, was absolutely, it was a nutty flavor. It was just delicious. It really was good, don't you think?
I've never eaten wild goose.
I had never either. I've never eaten one
Now,
since,
take it
but
back. Waldo Underwood one time went out and got a wild goose over at Lake Merrimack near Cleveland and brought it home and dressed it out. And I don't know who cooked it. I was so big, smaller than either of these guys. I don't know what they did with it. I guess I ate some of that.
yeah.
But my mother wouldn't fool with wild game. I'd catch fish and bring them home. And even if I dressed them out, she wouldn't cook them.
Really?
Even fish? I mean, that's not that hard to cook. I could even cook fish.
No, mother was of the old school back east. She ate plenty of salt. She liked baked goods. She loved baked goods, you know.
I know, she lived on.
But boiled potatoes, boiled meat, boiled steak, boiled.
People who were raised with boiled meat are not inclined to like rare meat, you
Mother
know.
always bought round steak and then beat the hell out of it with a hammer.
Sounds charming.
Beat it raw, you know, and then cook it in a big pan and serve it. I thought that was good meat. That's all we ever had. The only steak we had. We had lots of steak, but that's the way it was always cooked. Once in a while she'd fix something like breaded pork chop, not breaded pork chop, breaded veal steak. And that was round steak also. I didn't use any paper.
Well, here, did you try that bone? Let me give that to her. Did you give it to her?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Let's see.
I forgot it.
Claire?
No, she's never written anyone at all. I'm gonna have to put some paper under that.
Nicolas, pourquoi tu ne mets pas de l'autre côté?
What are you doing? Trying to light up a fire.
Pousse-toi, Alexandre, s'il te plaît. I think you need some paper, Nicolas.
You need some paper.
Newspaper.
She's gotta be quite one of those.
If I repeat, this is what you use. Right here. This thing to open it.
Yeah.
You'll burn yourself.
Yeah, that'll take care of it.
Yeah, it's going right up there now.
Good.
I couldn't tell if mine was open or closed when I made my first fire.
No.
So finally I stick my head under there, jiggle the lever, and all the soot falls right in my face. I got it all in my eye and everything. I thought, well, that was brilliant.
Well, at least you knew.
Well, at least I knew, yeah.
That is very, very dry wood.
It is.
Yeah, it looks like.
Where do you keep it, Ralph?
It's over next to the fence for a while, and then they moved to Kansas. And lived in Kansas a while. And then they packed up their belongings and headed south for Oklahoma. And Granddad Dean, I don't know which trip it was. He was in there twice and got run out twice. And But one time, what they did in both cases, they dug a shallow dugout and then built over it with brush from trees. And used a wagon, sheet off of the wagon to cover the brush to keep out the water. And they slept kind of on a hillside, I suppose, with the dugout. And that's where they slept. And Granddad was out chopping wood one day, and by that time he was already dead. I suppose he was only 40. Let's see, he was born in 52, 62, 72. Well, he was 35.
Yeah.
35 or 40, but he was dead. Not as deaf as he eventually became. But he was bent over chopping wood outside the dugout. And this cavalry troop drove up behind him. And Granddad was a very religious man, although he never went to church from the time they got married until he died. But he was religious. But I think he was the same as Alfred Lord, not Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Oh, I know who you're thinking of. He
Poet.
was Unitarian.
Yeah.
He'd
Je
like
sais
to
pas.
Huh?
Je sais pas. Qu'on va faire. Qu'on va ouvrir le cadeau.
Well, écoute, we're listening to Uncle Ralph tell about this history, so you'll know what to tell in your paper. And it's
Puis en
interesting.
plus, le chien me mord.
Well, va pas là, reste ici.
Mais papa m'a dit d'aller chercher maman.
Oh. I know who you're thinking of, and I can't think of
Papa,
from
le chien m'a mordu,
the
ça
Boston
fait
area.
mal.
Yeah, that's right. He was a good friend of
Where?
Emerson.
Emerson, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same church. I think.
Thoreau and
Thoreau,
Emerson.
Yeah, Thoreau and
Mhm.
Emerson. But anyhow, he broke away from the church. I don't know why. Because Mother was born in 74, and they were married at 19, which made them married in 71. So it wasn't that, as far as I know. And I recall Mother said they were both known as the kids, because they were both 19 years old when they married. There go the kids. And anyhow, he was with his two boys that were 10, 12 years old. He looked around, and he saw this cavalry and his dozen men or so behind him. He looked up and he says, "Wow, Jesus Christ, you again." Oh, I guess it was the second time. You again. And that old captain roared back and laughed. And
Well, did they get
sometimes
chased out because the boomers had not succeeded in getting the land open?
all
then?
of the land had not yet opened.
I see.
They were just settling on land that still belonged to the Indians.
Uh-huh.
And somewhere along the trail, Granddad told the captain, said, "I don't know why you're taking us out of here and moving us into Kansas, because we're coming right back." Captain said, "It doesn't make any difference to me. My job's done when I get you across the line." So they took him back to Kansas, and Granddad, I guess he waited until the strip opened, and he made the run, but he couldn't find any land. And he roamed those hills for 6 weeks, trying to find a land that hadn't been
Staked.
staked. And he found a piece of land, and it had been vacant for all these 6 weeks. And he went to Guthrie, which was the state capital, or the territory capital. And nobody had staked it out, so my granddad staked it out. And that was the farm that I just sold a piece of a few years ago. It was 160 acres. And then Granddad sold 2 acres, 10 acres at a time to Johnson Refinery, needed it for a tank farm. He sold one 10-acre tract, and then he sold another 10-acre tract. And and that left 140 acres. So he gave 40 acres to Lester, and Banks was on another 40, and he gave him 40. And he gave Mother the 60 acres, because it was unimproved and it was the poorest section. So in addition to that, he also gave her his home in Cleveland. And that I also sold. It was pretty rickety, well run down. Needed new roof, things, and I was getting $85 a month and not able to stay there and look after it. Sold it for $12,500, I think. And a very short time after that, I sold our old home place too, which was on the other side of town.
So when he staked out this property, was Cleveland had already begun, or was Cleveland not there?
Cleveland was not there.
Oh, jump thought. I didn't know you were at work again. You and your
No, I'm
little.
not doing anything.
It started
Just
about the
focus.
same time.
I want to get a couple of
You what?
aspects out of here.
It started just about the
Come on,
same
come
time.
on, Alexandre.
Dad had the very first
C'est
store
quoi?
in Cleveland.
Quand est-ce que vous cadeau?
Nicolas, il a
Gent
déjà
got the cornfield.
Elle a même pas dit.
Half block
Elle dit
in
bientôt,
Cleveland.
bientôt, bientôt.
Cat.
Gent and the cornfield, $50 worth of merchandise.
Demande à papa.
That was the first store in Cleveland.
Moi, j'ai déjà demandé.
And he had a man working for him that had a wagon team. His name was Ben Muskrat.
Well,
Ben Muscat. German
I keep being asked the same
And
question.
he would send Ben Muscat with money to St. Joe,
They are
Missouri.
being
Ben
very
Muscat
impatient.
would buy up goods wholesale and fill 4 or 5 wagons or more and drive them back from St. Joe, Missouri to Cleveland and stock up Dad's store. And he worked for several years for Dad before the train came in. And things got half civilized. And then Dad built half of the store on the front end of the property. It was a wooden building. And he had everything, groceries, and as well as hardware and farm supplies. All kinds of plows and harrows, and all kinds of farm supplies. That was before oil hit Cleveland.
So when oil hit, did everybody hit at the same time? I mean, all the area around Cleveland?
Yeah, I've got a picture that will scare the pants off. Well, your Maxine's got even a better one.
I think I may have seen it, where the oil is shooting through the top.
Now, that's just one little picture.
Uh,
I'll show you Dad's store. I think.
so
I'm not shooting you. I'm just watching you.
Well, Uncle Ralph has brand new TV to try that out on, Sean.
I know.
You notice that?
I'm not sure he wants to see the history of his family, though.
T'as-tu enregistré?
Thank you,
Stand
Alexandre.
right in front of me.
Thank you very much.
One of my dad's wells.
Great.
Mayfield number 3.
That was one at Granddad's?
Granddad Martin,
Um,
yeah. He sold that. He had 2 minor partners.
Merci.
One in
Merci,
North
Alexandre.
Oklahoma City, and he was secretary. And another, long before that, my dad gave up that 160 farm. Sold it.
Coming up in the next
Do you have any idea who that little kid is? And that was taken at the same time.
and that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, where are
You
you?
look so different without a mustache.
Yeah. When I
That's
was
nice,
a
Ralph. You're very
freshman.
nice looking.
No, I was a sophomore in college.
This, oops. See, you can see that, it's Uncle Ralph.
Thank you, Nicolas.
Oh, I would have known this was you, Ralph.
Hmm?
No, I thought it was
I
my dad.
would have known that was you, yeah,
Would
because
it?
I've seen this before. Besides, it looks like you.
Well, it does, but that looks a little like me.
There's one up there of Clare, about a year and a half later.
There's one
The
of
time of our
Clare.
wedding.
Oh yeah, that I recognize Claire. When was that?
About a year before they were married.
Well, that does not tell me
About
much. You know.
Christmas of 1941
Oh,
is when that was taken.
Yeah,
the day before yesterday.
I've got a little picture over my sink of an oil well erupting just like that. It's a little print, and I put it up there just, you know.
There were 4 kids born in that house.
Oh, that's a neat house.
Well, it wasn't, it was a shotgun house. It was a big front porch, and there was a swing on the front porch,
Voilà.
and a lazy bench. And you go to hit the living room, and the next
Yeah.
room was the kitchen, and it was big. It'd go, you put 40 people around the table.
That's where all 3 of you are born?
4 of us.
Oh, that's Irma.
So natural.
Yeah.
She was born there too.
Huh.
And he had a stepdaughter,
Je commence vraiment à être
a
fâchée.
son, and he didn't have any children of his own. He was music director, glee club director someplace in Kentucky, small town in Kentucky. And his wife looked American, or his, and the last I heard,
Did you see
which
the
was
names
when
on those?
Jim was still
Yeah.
alive, the youngest girl
You sure?
operating that restaurant had quite a lot of money.
Harry's living in Barnesville, near right in Barnesville.
Who?
My brother, Harry.
Oh, Harry,
After
yeah.
Marguerite died, he was back there. He knew a lot of people there, and he said, oh, I'll know a lot of people, and he didn't find a single
maybe
one
you
he
can
knew.
pass
They
them
were
out.
either all dead or
That'll
moved.
get us going.
He
Yeah.
thought he knew half of Bartlesville. He didn't know anybody when he finally got. But Steve, his son, lives nearby there.
I know 2 or 3 people in Cleveland. The 2 Lunsfords, the 2 guys that operate the bank, First National Bank. And there's a pharmacist there that owns a drugstore, big drugstore. Used to be the old Klaus drug, and they expanded it in the Sun.
Well, do you think that Cleveland is growing any? Is it growing any, do you think? Much?
Well, it seems to be, I couldn't get any figures on the population, but it's growing out. Thank you. Bless your soul.
This one doesn't have a name on it.
Weird gifts this
Yeah,
year.
read it. It's got a little flap.
Therefore,
Well, I take months and I look and I look and I look.
And then I panicked.
Me too. That's what I do.
oh, good
I
heavens,
know
honey, I
one
did
year,
too.
she even took Erna
Right.
and did her Christmas shopping. Erna had
Yeah.
been busy or something, and they just zipped
Right
right
through.
through.
Oh.
Pepper
I
Martin,
obsessed about it and worry
Martin.
about it and.
he was a
Well, I'm an
famous,
instinct buyer. I never know what I want to buy.
Yeah,
I go look
I
and get something.
came
When I
from
see
Harmony.
something, I know that's what I want.
Well, I thought
I
that'll
always
came
have
from
that. Me
Cleveland.
too.
I don't know
I'm
why I
not
thought
The only
that.
celebrity I know from Cleveland is
I had
Curly
a
Vest.
lot of trouble because
Well, I didn't know of him very much. I've heard the name, but.
Billy Vest.
I knew no.
He got the Heisman.
You know, I
Oh,
had
did he?
different
Oh,
colors. I
yeah.
didn't
He
know
was the
what
first
new colors were.
OU
And I
player
thought,
to get the
what
Heisman.
if I get the wrong
Oh,
color?
Carol,
I
this
didn't
is
wanna take a
beautiful.
chance.
I
So
love-
that's why
I
Well,
need
that's
to-
just a little aside.
Huh?
I said that's just a little.
I need a red one. I'm
You were afraid you weren't gonna get one, weren't you?
wow.
Oh.
That's just a sort of a
But I love this.
Qu'est-ce que c'est là?
gesture. It's not
C'est le même
anything
sac
great.
que Nicolas il a eu ce matin.
Oh.
Let you open this.
Alors là, tu peux faire un gars qui sous à tu sais qui, hein.
Thank you, Grandma. The bag.
Grandma is drifting. She's
Nicola,
totally out.
I want to tell you something, honey. I want you to keep
Little
that
Vatani,
silver
so.
dollar because on Liberty, it's a commemorative coin for the 200th anniversary.
Hey, I'll give you $1.25 for it right now.
And honey, I never
Dollar and
finished.
a half.
So if you find something, if you find something you want that's more than that $5, tell me, and I'll get it, because I didn't know what else to get for you.
Thank you, Grandma.
He likes
I
that
love
hat.
too.
Hey, Ralph.
I
Ralph,
can't imagine.
look
Mom
what
loved
Erna
that
gave
hat.
us.
Pretty nice.
He always was funny.
Popcorn.
She said she got desperate.
What was in there? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, they put that for me there. They put that in there. I never saw the inside of it.
No, be real creative.
Yeah, I know what it is, yeah. Those boxes should have been kind of switched because that was more what, but they were both awesome.
One side's already open.
Claire should have opened this one. This is the female. They're both for all of you, but this one doesn't fit Ralph.
She made a mistake there.
But that's for both of you. Both of them are for both of you.
Those are, they don't match, but they weren't supposed to, so you'll see.
But it's all different kinds.
But they're separate.
Oh.
What is that? This is nice. This is neat.
But on the back, it shows a board, but there wasn't any board with it. I
That's
hope you
because you
don't.
have to, if you want the board, you have to buy the big set.
Oh, I didn't see any big set.
What is
But can you play it without the board?
See, you should have gotten this one, though.
Otherwise I'll have to
That
get the
one.
board.
That's just a.
But it didn't
Well,
help.
I think what it is.
I wasn't paying attention. It's both. It's just for all of you, you know. But I mean, I thought there was more.
Remember at Jacob's house, you guys had a big board
What
that
does
you
it
were,
say on it though? Pictionary what?
second edition.
That's a bread
Yeah, see,
basket,
that's
Ralph,
the
and I
cards
wanted
that
Claire to
go with the
open that
first
one, and
edition.
you open the other, and
Oh,
we
so you
didn't do
gotta
it
get
that
the
way.
board.
But that's all right because I think I know where I can get those. Well, after
The
the
salt and
holidays,
pepper
if we have
shaker
them.
would be more.
Because they
That's
hardly
right.
sell the
I
board.
get it,
never
but it didn't
seen
have
one of
those.
those.
I hadn't either, but I like the looks of it. Anyhow, I
I mean, the
hope you
first
don't have
edition,
one that you
I don't
already
know what it is,
grind
but-
with, because I don't know.
It's like Trivial Pursuit.
Nikolai, do that one behind you.
They gave Ralph the one with the bread basket and the little napkin in there. I just put your both names on both of them, so it
That's
didn't.
nice, I think.
Wow, what is it?
This is
Oh,
a
qu'est-ce
salt
que c'est que ça, Alexa?
meal, and then this is the pepper.
Oh.
Ça, c'est magnifique, Carol. Oh, that is
It's got all kinds
Mets-le
of different
debout.
things in it. And I thought that was real
That
fun.
is nice. That's very nice.
Because they use all those.
Yeah, they do.
I didn't feel
Oh,
like
ça,
Now,
c'est-
some of those are oil pastels, and those are a lot of fun.
Those are pretty.
They blend, you can rub them with your finger, and they blend, and they look like oil
I
paint when you
needed
get
that.
that.
Oh, that,
I don't
you
think
know what
it
you
is,
ought to
but-
do? I got sick and I couldn't do anything.
to see.
There are more
movie.
expanding what I use
T'as
the
vu?
oven
Ça-
for, and I found a
Oh,
recipe
ça
this
c'est
year,
bien.
how to make
Bien ici.
peanut brittle and
I didn't put your name on it, Jean-Claude, but I wrote French on it.
Actually, how did it look come to me? Oh, the package.
How did it
How
come
did
to
they
you?
know it was for me?
They read it.
Well, that's because they asked Carol.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Also, it's the only one I wrote French on.
Yep.
it's pretty paper.
I wonder what that could be actually. I really do.
Yeah, well,
Jean-Claude, you're phony, you
he
know.
knows what it is, but he doesn't know what it is.
Oh, come on. I don't have
I
X-ray
didn't
vision.
know
Well, you
what
can
you
have
like,
it,
and this
I
may be.
I know
Well, he knows it's a book.
Come
He's
on.
trying to figure out
That's
what
stupid.
book.
I'm saying I don't know what it is.
Oh, I see. And
All
she
right.
said,
You're picking on me the last 2
Yeah.
days.
I'm
I've
not
been
picking
on
arguing
you.
with
You've been
Awful.
picking on me.
take it back.
I'm not picking on you. Wow,
You're picking
so,
on each other.
so aggressive.
Really?
Oh,
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
gosh.
I think they'll like those, Claire. Fine. Those are great.
Oh,
films.
you did
Oh,
it for me.
I was telling
It's upside down.
Alexandra,
I know.
I got them at Kmart.
Oh,
and she
honey, I
said
forgot I
that
had
didn't
that.
mind
I
the
know.
sales
How
slip,
about it?
since they were
Well,
a gift.
didn't that come
They
out
would like to
lovely?
exchange them, just take
Oh,
them back.
I think they'll like them.
Now, I don't know if
Oh
you
my,
have
oh
that.
my gosh, you're
I
crazy.
thought it looked beautiful. I
Oh,
didn't
this
know
is-
what it was, but I just
This
thought
is the
that it looked fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Konoski, no?
You can learn to cook
I know Polonsky.
That's why I said you need a little practice. There's Jean-Claude.
Well, I tell you something.
You can
Even to
experiment
read,
on
it's
Carol and I.
fascinating, But some of that stuff,
Thanks, sweetheart.
It's worth the
it's
trouble.
tricky. Oh yeah,
Too many
everything is
gifts
worth it,
here.
but not everything is for my level.
Well,
There's heavy stuff in
That's
there.
real nice.
Oh, you're welcome.
All those,
You're very welcome.
you're such
I
special.
haven't been that good this year.
I was just praying.
I'm just
to
trying to
have
get a few going in here while John
Incredible.
Just blow,
This is-
just
Is
blow
I
a
got it
kiss
at
now.
the,
This is.
Claire, and I'll get it into the camera here and
I saw
there.
the whole earth axis and it just looked
really?
intriguing, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know, we have
Okay,
it there.
just a second.
One of mine
Put it
didn't
down
have a
for
What are
tree
you
on it.
looking at me
Buy
for?
some stuff for Christmas.
Are you?
I'm impressed. They have good
They have
stuff.
very nice things in there,
They
very
have
interesting.
things that you don't see anywhere
Not
else.
anywhere else.
I wouldn't say it's cheaper than anywhere
Carol,
else.
I mean,
But,
Alexandre, there was a, there, that one's Carol. So it had a card on it, but
Well,
I see it
just-
off, and I
was
don't know
sure
whether I
you
lost
had
it before I
because
got
looked
home
like
or what I
something
did.
You would have
No.
had already.
No,
Here.
no.
Oh, thank
Honey,
you.
that,
I haven't
I lost
opened
the
anything.
card off.
No,
It
it's
doesn't-
This is,
Everybody else.
That doesn't have anything on it, but I
That's
lost the
okay.
card. It had one under those,
700
Can I
Why
take
you said
somebody
you
else
like
with a drink?
cookbooks.
Oh, yeah.
no,
You
not
got
me.
them in
Actually,
spades
you know,
this year.
There's a lot of stuff that we, let's go.
This card's for us.
Well,
Well, anyhow, it's lovely.
I knew about it, of course.
That is beautiful.
Let's see, Mom.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, yes.
And that color's so nice. It has all the colors I wear, like purplish and that.
Uncle Ralph, this is for both you and Claire, so pay attention.
I think we have another doorstop.
Yeah, very likely.
Now, we didn't try to
Nicola,
personalize
honey.
yours. It seems like
Nicola,
we all
move a
got
little
you
bit.
things for your house.
This is
Which is-
very good, Carol.
Always good.
Oh, this is to
Good,
Jean-Claude.
I'm glad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
What,
That's to Jean-Claude.
Guys, those
is
are
it?
In the rector's cell.
What a pretty
Is this from
color.
Carol?
What?
Oh, Feliz Navidad, sure. Thank you.
oh my goodness, Carol.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
Marquis.
Man, boy, that'll hold more than a pint.
Ooh, that's
Actually,
pretty.
it's small, it looks smaller to me than some, but it's a lovely shape.
I
thought it
do
was
too,
so
it's so
different.
unusual.
Well, it's not gonna.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well,
Oh, you guys,
this is
thank
one
you.
that I will
Nicola,
lend
for
to
the
Carol.
Have you read it?
No. Oh no,
Pretty
that's good.
color.
I like him. Yeah,
Thank you,
I
Alex.
like him.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Well, I can't fasten this, so I'm gonna.
Yes.
Oh, you'll like that.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's just the
Actually,
kind of
it's
book
from-
he likes.
Oh, that's
Are
so
these?
She has not
are
read our
these,
card yet. That's for you.
Vicky or malachite
That's
or?
for me?
I don't know, they didn't say.
I think it's malachite. Those are really
Gave that fan
You
to
never
Carol
read
for
it?
free, and she framed it for me.
Mom, will you open your presents?
Well, I will, but I can't do both and Papa did most of it, so I'm.
Did Alexander and Nicola get mixed up again on this one?
This one is a brand new one.
I didn't even get any decent cards.
From Church Street?
That one's good.
Oh, there's payoff.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I got a note on the bag. How nice. Aren't these nice? Did you see these?
Oh, that's nice.
What's that?
Thank you, Vicky.
They're
for the
kids.
card.
I got a picture of it. I got a picture from Gary and his family, his two boys.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Oh, I like those too.
This is
Nicola,
Mrs.
places don't even look, they don't try to see how these go. beautiful?
Well, no, but Carol, now,
Oh.
again,
Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm not sure about, see, these are the things I panic about.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
Ooh, yeah.
See, I
can't see
fell
the
in love
color
with the
from
colors.
here.
That was my color this year. I'm out of peach and turquoise.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's what I like is the colors.
Vicki, this is such a
Oh.
beautiful card, and the sentiment makes my heart really
Well,
happy.
good.
Mission.
wonderful.
Yeah, you have not seen that movie?
Oh, Vicki, that's just
Oh,
nice.
it's beautiful
You weren't supposed to
music.
do that. That is
I want to hear it
It's
when I
based on a
come
true
over.
story in, where was it, in Argentina?
And that color of that turtleneck.
In the
Well, you'll
15th
notice
Let me
it's
see.
the same as the
Oh,
one John Flood had.
15th century.
Oh, that's a lovely
It's a very
outfit.
interesting
Isn't that
movie.
lovely?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I missed one. We don't-
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, there's that color. Is that
Oh,
a
a nice
quarter? No,
print.
those
That's
quarter.
me.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I got some little ones to carry in my purse.
Who's that from?
That's from Vicki and John Paul.
I'm gonna put those in here with you.
Thank you, Mrs. E.
You're welcome.
That's nice.
I wanna
I
hear
don't-
those, cause
Oh,
I
you will.
haven't seen the mission,
will.
so I don't know what those are.
You have not seen the movie?
No.
Well, just come home.
Smile, you're on candid camera.
You're too high.
Oh, that's so cute.
What is it?
There.
Hold on,
Little
hold on.
bear.
Sweater.
Yeah, but I don't.
Sweatshirt.
Well, but yeah, but you know, it takes me some time to adjust.
They
Well, that's
already
cute.
is golden, Ross.
Look at the back again. Oh, that's real cute.
That's cute.
That's real
I
cute.
love that.
I like the colors.
I do too.
That's a luscious
Pastel.
Oh, that's so, I love that.
Real fire.
Oh, I see something else wild coming up here. Look at this.
Yes, you do.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's
That
pretty.
is.
Now, don't you think they both fit us beautifully?
Uh-huh.
I love the colors.
Oh, they got things on the back. Where did you find things like
Look
that?
at this.
That is darling.
Oh, I hope
think
they
that-
fit.
Oh,
I bought them
gosh.
at a craft fair.
Oh,
They're
these
so
old
fit
traffic. No wonder I didn't find them.
Boy, I'm telling you,
Oh, brother, look at that.
I am
Isn't
gonna
that
be-
pretty?
see,
Oh,
see my taste.
Thank
That
you,
goes with
Clare.
these pants. Isn't this pretty?
That is.
This is way too much.
I really like, that's gonna look good on you,
Well,
Mom.
both of those.
Mom's
are-
been spoiled this year too.
There.
Oh,
This is a nice weight. It's a wonderful weight. It's not too heavy.
It's really pretty. I
Look
love
at the other one below. That one. I would like to see that one.
Okay. This is going to, they're both real snazzy
Oh, I like that.
and very different. Isn't
I
that
like
pretty?
that.
I
Yeah,
do
that's
too.
kind of wild.
I like that too. That
Suits
fits-
you very well.
That fits my personality, doesn't it?
No, it does. It does.
Well, Mom, what did you do?
Oh, you may want to change that. I didn't know you had one so much like it. I forgot about that. Oh, I put this in here before I lose it.
Ooh.
But honey, you
That
said you
is
needed a
so
white blouse,
yummy.
but you've got one. I didn't know you had one.
That's
Oh
beautiful.
gosh, that's a beautiful night shirt.
Oh, Mother, that is
It's a
so
blouse, no?
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I like
That's,
that.
I
Yeah.
love the way it's made.
That's why I got it.
It's
I
very
like it.
unusual shape actually.
Oh,
I mean the
yeah.
way it's cut. It's
Oh,
nice.
that's gorgeous.
That's pretty dressy.
You
That's
can't
nice.
wear
It's
your
very
necklace.
dressy.
You may not be able to wear your necklace with
Well, I
that.
have other things.
Why
I
not?
wear.
Well, it may not go around so it shows with that
Yeah, it
color.
would. It's
Why
pretty
not?
long,
Sure.
actually.
Honey, if it doesn't fit, I've got
It's kind of a weird little fan, but actually it doesn't look too bad in there, and it's got that iridescent.
Well, I
quality.
think it looks lovely in here because the frame.
Can you hold it straight?
complements-
Upright,
Oh.
upright, upright. I said upright.
This is the way it goes.
It's bent, upright, 90 degrees angle. That's
No, that's
30
back.
degrees angle.
Why
There,
don't I?
up
Oh my
right.
gosh. Thank you for showing up, Vicky.
Well,
Nice of you.
I'm sorry, but
Merci, Nicolas. That's it. Okay.
Honey, the. Sack. Here's some right here.
Anybody for pie?
Oh, I'd go for
I
some
never
pie.
turned a pie down in my life.
No.
Well, we're waiting for Vicky to open her packages.
Et quoi, c'est ça, mon fils?
Parce que tout le monde a
Parce
fini,
que tout le monde a
t'attends.
fini.
Ça, c'est pourquoi. Voir tout ça à ta tante, hein.
Here, put this in the
Oh, boy. Carol, you weren't supposed to do this at all. Oh, how beautiful. A Donna Barton? No, it isn't? Oh,
But
it's
I like it
pretty.
better than some.
Oh, that goes perfect over my bed, Carol.
Isn't
Oh, Carol, Vicki, that is pretty.
Did you frame it?
I have
Carol,
That's very pretty, Carol.